This is my joint right here, walk it like I talk it. Like I literally believe in walking in my purpose and getting myself to where I need to be. Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure if I should start this keynote or if I should have my Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation moment. Like, okay, sorry, yeah. I'm like, this right here, this is life goals right in here. I am Kellee Edwards, host of Mysterious Islands on Travel Channel, and I explore by land, air, and sea as a pilot, scuba diver, mountaineer, full-time explorer. And recently, I was named the most interesting woman in the world. Thank you. By Outside Magazine. And I was like, when I got that title, I was like, oh, that is a lot of responsibility. Like, yeah. But at the same time, I was like so elated and so pumped that a magazine like Outside Magazine would think so highly of me. That was all good. And then Dos Equis liked my tweet, and to me, that was an agreement that they might have thought that I might have been the most interesting woman in the world. Still waiting to hear from them. They say they like to keep it interesting. I like to live adventurously, so we're going to switch that tagline if I get a little campaign. So many people would think, because I have a show on the Travel Channel, I'm doing all these really cool things, they're like, you know, she got that show because she has what I have been told is the it factor. And when I hear someone tell me that I have the it factor, you guys, I cringe. I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. I do not have the it factor. Let's get rid of that. I have what I coined as a term called the commit factor. Thank you. I don't know how to convey how hard it is to make any dream come true, but let alone the dream of having your own show on the Travel Channel. I tell people, you can't just shoot a bunch of travel videos and then expect for them to come knocking at your door and you've got a show. It's just so much harder than that. So I never want people to take away from the effort that I put in to get to where I'm at. And I encourage you all to do the same. Never let anyone take away your hard work, your tears, your sweat to get to where you want to go. Let me tell you about how my journey has began. When I was growing up watching travel and adventure television, these are the people that I grew up seeing. Anthony Bourdain, my guy. Andrew Zimmern, someone who is very kind to me, Bear Grylls, and Rick Steves. But if you notice something, one of these things is not the same, and that's me. There's a formula that has been admitted that works for travel television. It's usually an older white male who has years and years and years of experience in their field to get where they're at. And because I knew this information, I said, I am going to have to go above and beyond to get this network's attention. So, what I decided to do was be brave enough to find the life that I wanted and courageous enough to chase it. I went and got my pilot's license. I went and got my scuba diving certification because I needed to do things that were not shown in this network to be able to get their attention. And no one was flying themselves to their own destinations, and no one was really exploring under the water, but everyone else was having adventures. So I was throwing that in the mix too. And all the time while I was doing this, I was recording my own travel videos with my own tripod, with my own camera. I would literally hit record and run around the front. And, hi, I'm Kellee Edwards, and da-da-da. And let me just be honest with you. Those videos in the beginning, they're on YouTube still. They sucked, okay? They were so terrible, so terrible. But what I did when I was shooting those videos, I decided that, Kellee, let's not think about this moment here when you're with your tripod and your camera by yourself in these places around the world. Let's go a little bit ahead. Let's think about the fact that you're going to have a 3-camera person crew, a producer, a director, production assistants, hair, makeup, all of that. You have to have the foresight to empower your thoughts that you will be triumphant. Okay? Let me say that again. You have to have the foresight to empower your thoughts that you will be triumphant. Seriously, yes. Let me move over here. You cannot Google experience. People look at Google, and I equate Google to, being the world. People go to Google for the answers. But let me just tell you that what may be the answer for someone else is not necessarily the answer for you. You have to go out and get experience that is tailored to your own life, that is adaptable to your own life, okay? In any commitment, you need to go and get your own experience in that journey that you want to be on. This is a really big thing for me. Losing the emotion and keeping the passion. Wow, if anyone knows me personally, I am one of the most emotional people that you will ever meet. I own my emotion, I am proud of my emotion, and it is what makes me me. When I decided that I was going to go out and become a pilot and become a diver, these were things that were very uncomfortable for me. A little secret, I am afraid of the ocean. I don't mess with the ocean. I love being in it once I'm there, but do you guys see how big the creatures are in there? I'm like, every little, and then even the smallest things can jack you up. I've been stung, I've been bitten by like microorganisms, and I'm like, what's going on in here? When I became a scuba diver, this was really hard for me because it's very physical. You have to tread water for 10 minutes. I was hanging out in pools and thinking I can do that, but treading water for 10 minutes, like, what's the purpose of this if we're going to be underneath with a tank and swimming along? Like, I just didn't get that. So I learned to tread water for a long time. And then I went over to Catalina Island in California, where the water is freezing. I am a warm water person. I'm a warm water girl. I'm from Chicago, but I don't mess with the snow either, okay? So when I'm over at Catalina, let me tell you, half the class, they're dropping out like flies. Dropping out like flies because the conditions are cold, it's uncomfortable. We're up at like 5 in the morning, hitting the water by 6:30, and it's just not working out for everyone. So half the class dropped out. When I get into this class and we are submerging, we have to do something where you remove your scuba diving mask and you put it back on, all underwater. If you guys have dove before or went diving, you know that this is a very uncomfortable thing. It feels like the whole entire ocean rushes your face, and then you're supposed to put your mask back on, blow out your nose, and blow the air out. I could have skipped that part. So my teacher, she knew that I was so uncomfortable with this moment that she went around with the remaining maybe 6 out of 16 people who were in the class and went to me last because she knew I had difficulty with it. I watched everyone go, and then when it was my turn, my eyes were like this. It's like, oh my gosh. So I take it off, I put it back on, and I complete it. And I'm like, I look and she starts clapping, and all my classmates under the water start clapping too. And I'm like, cool, yes. We go back up, like officially I'm a scuba diver because I mastered that one little last thing. I was like, okay, this is good. And that brought me to my next challenge of becoming a pilot. And this is why I really learned that I am an incredibly emotional person. People cry when they're in the airplane during turbulence. I cried almost every other flight lesson that I had. Okay? I am afraid of heights. So what is a girl who is afraid of heights doing getting in an airplane and putting a piece of metal and flying it through the sky doing? Like, why are you trying to become a pilot, Kellee? Like, what are you doing? But I remembered that I needed to become a pilot to get this journey that I was on to cover land, air, and sea. One of the scary things that would make me cry every lesson was something called a stall maneuver. It's when you take an aircraft, you pull the throttle back, you slow the airplane down. The airplane's going very slow. You pull the yoke back so it takes the nose of the aircraft and it pulls it up to what's called an angle of attack. And when the angle of attack is going up, you'll hear a little whistle. It's called a stall horn. Boom. When the airplane goes like this, you have to do 1,252 things to not allow that wing to drop, to start spiraling. That is where most accidents happen in small aircrafts, is when people stall the wing and cannot recover from that stall. So every time I had to perform this, I would get hot, I would start crying, I would be like, do we have to do this one now, or can we go do another maneuver first? My instructor was like, no, Kellee, you've got to do this. And so we practiced that over and over and over again. I practiced through tears to get that maneuver down, because I knew in order to become a pilot, I would have to get that down. Sorry, I put myself in a plane right now, and I'm literally, I got chill bumps right now. It's just not the coolest thing ever. It's just not. These emotions that I had, I would make excuses not to go and have my lessons. I would say, it's cloudy outside today, and it's supposed to rain next week, and according to this weather map, the clouds are going to start moving in 1,000 hours before, and that would be today. And so my instructor was like, Kellee, that's a lot of BS, and you need to move. So what I started thinking about is that, I've got to keep the passion here. Kellee, you love seeing the world. You're passionate about seeing the world. You're passionate about exploring other cultures and experiencing that. Get your butt to the airport. And that's what I would do. That's what it took for me to go through with this pilot's license. I decided to lose the emotion and allow the passion to propel me. Know yourself, then show yourself. This is not about being cocky. This is about being confident. People often mistake the two things for each other. And I think that it is so important that you allow your confidence in yourself so that you can honor your commitments to yourself. Having confidence in your abilities allows you to subconsciously, without you necessarily even have to think about it, honor your commitments to yourself. I always tell myself this because it took me 7 years to get my show on air at the Travel Channel. 7 years is a huge commitment. It is a very long time. And that 7-year itch, just like relationships, is very real. you start second guessing. Is this what I really want to do? Are me and you made for each other? But unlike those relationships, I decided that me and my 7-year relationship, we weren't breaking up. We were going to stay together, we were going to stick this out, and we were going to see exactly where this journey was going to take us. And I want you all to know that your commitment to yourself and whatever it is that you want to do can allow you to do the same thing. And no matter what, to know, to keep going because you are getting there. I want to go back to yesterday's talk with Marsha. She had a board outside in the lobby, and a lot of you guys wrote so many notes. A few of you caught me. I was trying to be low-key with glasses on and hiding, and you guys, Kellee, you guys are really throwing me off my little game. I got to get a new wig or something so that you know that I wasn't me. But a lot of these notes on the board had me in my feelings. I was crying for most of the things that I saw. But one thing that I noticed is that a lot of you have issues with commitment. Commitment to yourself, commitment to your dreams. And I'm the type of person, I have kind of a Napoleon complex. I think I can do anything. Like, no one, you can't tell me I can't. Tell Kellee ever she can't do anything. I don't know what no means. Like, it's just something that's just not in my vocabulary. So when I saw this, I had a moment, an aha moment. I said, let me pick one of these notes. Does anyone in here recognize your writing? And if you do, can you just say, hi? I had a feeling that was going to happen. Okay, so if you don't want to claim this note, but you know who you are, do me a favor and reach out to me or reach out to Marsha. I like calling her, I know it's just Marsha, but I like the Marsha. And we need to talk, because got a little incentive. But since that person doesn't want to claim anything, I'm going to move on to one of you guys. Okay. Come up here. You know what? Okay. Hi, young lady. Can you do me a favor? Can you come to the side and come on up? Let me tell you something. You guys are something else. You're going to let me be up here for 3 minutes and 50 seconds trying to look in these bright lights looking for the guilty patron. Hi, Lovis. Yes, welcome her. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
What's your name? Devaney.
Devaney.
Oh, I said it right.
You did it.
Devaney, hi.
Hi.
Can you explain this note for me? I start all sorts of things, and I never finish them.
It's true. I think that almost everybody I've talked to has done this in this room. And I think that who here has signed up for courses and never finished them? Like everybody,
okay,
right?
Okay.
Who signed up for a program and never did anything with it? It's me too, right?
It's all you guys.
It's like everybody.
Okay.
But I am really holding myself accountable now, so.
And you're going to be held accountable.
Awesome.
Because you're on the stage right now.
I know.
And everybody knows. And I'm sure you got some friends in here. We're going to send you some messages, including myself.
Uh-huh.
I have a deal for you.
What is it?
Let's make a deal. Can you think of one thing that you start and never finish that's tangible, something that can be shown and proven that you've done it?
You have to say it again because now I'm having brain.
No worries, no worries. Can you
Okay.
think of one thing that you have started and not finished that is tangible, that it can be proved that you completed that task?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you mind sharing one of them?
Okay. I'll think of a recent one. Well, I am a good skier. I thought I was a good skier. And then I went to be a ski instructor, and I was not a good skier. I couldn't believe that I wasn't. And then I leveled up and became a certified ski instructor. That was fun.
Okay. But you finished that, because when
I
you get a
finished that.
certification, I want something that you started and you haven't finished. This note.
Oh, well, I went through coach training.
Uh-huh.
I finished that, but I never did anything with it.
Okay, perfecto. So, what would you do with it once you've gotten the certification? You would teach a class? You would teach people?
I would teach a class. I would teach people. I would have my own business like everybody else here
Okay.
wants to do.
Okay.
And not work for a company that I love but still want to do more.
Okay. Well, how about this?
What's that?
If you...
Okay. I'm afraid. Is there going to be
Don't
a unicorn?
Be afraid. No, it's a good day. It's a good day.
Okay.
If you teach a class and you can show me a photo within 6 months to 9 months, is that enough time? If you can show me within 6 months to 9 months that you have taught a class based off of this certification that you've earned, I will donate $1,000 to the charity of your choice.
Thank you. That's a great idea. Yay! I can do that.
I bet you can. See, one thing that I have learned about commitment is that it pays off. Okay? And it paid off for me through all of my journey by getting my show on Travel Channel. It's paid off for Devaney by teaching a class. Anyone else up for the challenge? Who's got that arm up? Who's got that hand up? Oh, you jumped up real quick. Sorry, she was on it. You can stay right there. What's your name, young lady? Michelle. The deal's gonna go down to 500. Still good though. What do you have for me? What commitment can you make that is tangible that you can prove to me? And 3.
A draft of my book.
Ooh! That's a great one. That's a great one.
In 9 months.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I write, and writing takes a long time. So in 9 months, and I'm talking about today, ladies. 9 months from today, 6? 6 months.
Say 7 months by my birthday.
Oh, see, she's over here, she's
It's
doing
my
herself
50th
in.
birthday too.
She said
coming
7
up.
months. Okay,
on
within
the
7
same
months, 9 months, if you do that, I will donate $500 to the charity of your choice. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
No worries. I really hope today that I have shown you or encouraged you that believing in yourself, taking care of yourself, treating yourself, building a community of people who push you, but most importantly, pushing yourself, that you can take yourself wherever you want to be. I am a young black woman from the south side of Chicago who was raised in San Bernardino, California. These are 2 places that we are very familiar with. They do not have the best track record. People are dying on these streets on a very regular basis. Sorry. When people give me excuses as to why they have not completed something or followed through on their dreams or frankly started just a thought. I don't understand how that works because you have to take responsibility in who you are and where you want to be. I've had many things in my life that should have taken me out a long time ago. I am very familiar with the Me Too movement. I have had lots of deaths in my family. I have had my closest friends, cousins, murdered by gunshot, by being killed and murdered. Sorry, that gets me a little choked up. We all have something going on in our lives, as that board outside showed me. But you don't have to let what happened in your past control your entire future. There is a whole entire life to live. And guess what, guys? We only get one. Anthony Bourdain looked like he had everything. But he battled with demons. And I really hope that you choose to get ahead of whatever is holding you back, to commit to the change that you want to see by being that yourself. But most importantly, be an example in this world. That people can say, I'm proud to know that person. It's a lot of responsibility. But I don't believe that there's anyone in this room who is not capable of doing exactly that. And that's what I want to leave here with you today. Be your best self. Live your life. Take control of your emotions. Honor your commitments to yourself. And kill it.